ABC Arena. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these rings?
Here we have Wild One from the United States of America.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the United States of America, wearing the black trunks.
A lot of trash talk between these. And we're underway in round 1. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Got him there. Don't want to trade shots. Johnny, you would know this better than me, but I would hate fighting someone with this swarmer style. They don't let you breathe. They don't let you get off the ropes. You can't get your offense off. You just got to deal with them.
Oh, man, you've got a swarm in your face. You've got to try and push them off, make them go into the rope. You've got to sometimes fight fire with fire. Hit them low on the blind side of the referee. Get them angry.
Men step back for just a moment. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than nothing.
One punch could change everything in this battle. The charts action from both of these fighters. The straight right just misses. Every time, a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Every second, every minute.
There's the bell for round 2. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
Let's take another look at that.
A shot from the gods took him out. One, two, three, four. Come to me.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He should be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
Oh, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's see how the game plan changes Let's get it started in round 3. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
That jab gets blocked. That hook just can't find the target. Catch and shoot. How about that time counter shot? Nice defense on that jab. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see more jabs. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
I love that. I love that.
On to the 4th we go. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. They're both looking for the knockouts. Hold that thought! And now going for the finish. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Nice counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Got his gloves up to block the left jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. At this point, you gotta believe he can't win on the scorecard. Here we go in round 5. Who's gonna land the first big shot? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Throwing a hook, but nice defense there. Does well to block that left jab. Good counter punching. Greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. The game plan does not seem to be working here. There's the bell for round 6. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Incredible work rate. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. These punches coming from every angle. Holding nothing back here in the round. They block the jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Stamina is always an issue. Here we go, it's round 7. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Missing with the hook. Nice job by him to block that jab. power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come. Round 8, and we're off again. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out the way, box him.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. And is this the beginning of the end? A nightmare start to this fight. How did they survive that?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do you do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Swing and a miss with that hook. The stamina is off the charts. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Why weren't they covering up? Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
What a white one.